For me, Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War was a very dark time for me as a zombies fan, and as a longtime member of the zombies community, I was not pleased. Treyarch Studios tried out many new things with the zombies mode for Black Ops Cold War. Some things stuck, but other things sank to the bottom of the ocean, acting as an anchor, holding the game back from its true potential. So when Treyarch Studios was taking on the task of making Call of Duty Vanguard's Zombies mode, needless to say, I was a little scared. But a few days ago, they revealed the Zombies mode through a trailer and a pretty lengthy live stream talking about the mode itself. The community feedback is pretty split. So today I decided to give my thoughts on what I'm excited for and what really sucks about Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies. First, to keep this video pretty positive, I thought I'd go over the good parts about the trailer, the parts that seem really good about Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies mode. So the first thing I want to talk about is the trailer itself. I thought this trailer was pretty well edited and I really did like it. It showed that true hecticness that Cold War, or more so zombies, can be and everything, where it's like balls to the walls, insane, and everything, zombies running on every corner, it being pretty scary, and truly embraced how, like, you know, scary and like the horror aspect of, like, you know, the zombies mode for Call of Duty. I'm not really a big fan of Billie Eilish and everything, but I thought the use of her song and everything throughout this trailer, and kind of the mixing of the song to be, like, you know, really scary and everything throughout the trailer, and the way the trailer was edited to the music, I thought was really good, especially the ending. Rise. I'm getting pretty sick and tired of hearing Billie Eilish in every single trailer for every single medium on Earth, but at the same time, it was pretty good through this trailer. The name of the first Zombies map and the logo that they revealed for the Zombies map, I thought was really cool, and was a really cool name. I can't exactly remember it or anything, but I thought it was pretty cool, and the logo looked really promising. Now, the map itself that they revealed for Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies looked pretty cool. They revealed that Shangri-La will be making a return to this map. Now, a lot of people are very split on how they feel about Shangri-La, or I'm sorry, Shino Numa returning in Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies. A lot of people are saying they're getting really sick and tired of seeing Shino Numa in the same maps constantly back in, like, you know, Call of Duty Zombies, making a return in every single game. But needless to say, this might be the best map Treyarch has had in a Call of Duty, like, you know, Zombies mode in a really long time. And even though this is gonna be a very small subsection of the map and everything, or the first map that's gonna be in, like, you know, Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies and everything, I'm very excited to see, like, you know, Shino Numa return in, like, you know, Vanguard Zombies. And so far, the parts of the map do look like a very faithful, like, you know, remake or remaster, and I'm can't wait to see, like, you know, Shino Numa running on, like, in the new engine. It seems that field upgrades are making a return in Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies, which I'm pretty excited for, since they do look really cool and seem to take on, like, in the art style Black Ops 4's, like, you know, perks, and they're kind of like a gobblegum system. I'm not gonna lie, it actually looks pretty cool and everything, the field upgrades, since it seems that in the field upgrades section of this, like, you know, mode or anything, or in Vanguard's, like, you know, take on zombies, it seems that you take on the form of kind of a symbiote. It's not really a symbiote and everything, that's from Venom, but it's kind of the same vein that you take on, like, you know, holding on to this entity, where basically this entity can't hurt you, but only guide you and act as, like, you know, a helping matter and anything about, like, you know, the mode in the map itself, which is a really cool concept in my opinion. Basically, like, you know, this kind of entity that's attached to you, kind of like Venom is in, like, you know, the Venom movies and everything, to Eddie Brock, unlike in Black Ops Cold War, where it was basically just like, you know, you had a field upgrade, that was your field upgrade, and here it's an actual entity that's attached to you that helps you out, which is really cool. And the field upgrades seem to be similar to the ones that were, like, you know, shown off for in Black Ops Cold War and anything, which I'm fine with and anything. The field upgrades were never an issue that I had with, like, you know, Black Ops Cold War and anything. I did really like them. Did it make the mode a little too easy? Yeah, but I guess if we're getting them and everything in Black Ops or in Vanguard Zombies and everything, I guess they do look pretty cool. The villain in this, like, you know, year's Zombies and everything in Vanguard Zombies looks phenomenal. He looks very menacing and actually pretty comical and everything, but he seems to be a German or Red Cross or, like, you know, Russian soldier or general or anything. Like, it pretty much got the power from an evil entity, the same, like, you know, from the same world that our entities are from and everything, but he's a very evil entity and everything that basically took on, like, you know, the villain of Vanguard Zombies, this, like, you know, German general and everything, and he looks fucking awesome. He seems so, like, menacing and really cool, and especially in the end of the trailer when he makes the zombies rise from the ground, God, that was fucking slick and cool. And he just looks like he will be a really good villain and everything. I can't wait to see how he is in this year zombie mode. In Black Ops Cold War, they had many special zombies, such as the Panzer Soldat, the Mangler, the Tempest, the Margwa, the Orda, and everything. All those special type of zombies and everything, or special skins for zombies. And in Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies, it is no different. There was this kind of Juggernaut type zombie special that they showed off, or special zombie that they showed off, and it looked really cool in my opinion. It's basically like, it kind of looks like a Russian Mangler and everything, but it kind of looks like, different enough to the point where it's not strip copying it, but it looks really cool. That was the only special zombie that did spawn in the trailer and everything, but otherwise and everything, the special zombies are the one that I did see looks really cool and very well designed in my opinion. Now moving on to the bad aspects of Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies, or more so what was shown off in the in the reveal trailer and the live stream. The biggest thing that the community seems very split on is the return of multiplayer operators. Now, do I blame the community for being pissed off about this? Absolutely the fuck not. To be perfectly honest, this was the biggest flaw in Black Ops Cold War Zombies, was the operators. In past zombie games, we had characters like Dempsey, Richtofen, Misty, Carlton, and all of those amazing characters who had either funny personalities and everything, and funny voice lines to spat out during gameplay.
Reach for vodka tonight! Power even makes sense in an ancient temple? Seriously, Treyarch? Seriously?
Hey player, if you'd look at your score, you'd see we ain't doing very well. And it's your fault!
They will submit to the darkness. Yes!
Why did you have to hit me? I called timeout!
Attention shoppers! We have a special on death!
Or very emotional moments or funny moments shown off in cinematic cutscenes where the characters were interacting and everything, and further develop the story and just give us entertainment value and made us really care about the story and where it was going in the characters. But operators kind of don't really give that. The biggest issue with operators is kind of so when you play as an operator, you more of so don't feel like you're really contributing to the story, or you are straight up involved in the story. And more of so feels like you're somebody's bitch and everything, kind of like how in Cold War Zombies, you're more so Samantha Max's or Weaver's bitch to further their story and everything in the zombies mode. You don't feel like you are in the mode, you are making an impact, you are involved in the story. There's simply no stakes to you at all or anything, so you don't feel worried about where the story is going next and everything and what happens to the characters, because nothing can happen to you and everything. You're an operator, you don't die, and you just have no involvement in this story at all. And that's the biggest issue that people have in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and that seems to be the biggest issue that me and many others seem to have for Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies. So in my opinion, the return of operators is a very bad call, and in my opinion, very lazy on Treyarch's part and Activision's part, because obviously Activision is mainly to blame since they want to make that sweet dough off of those operator bundles. Moving on to the next point, which is story. Operators will truly sink the ship of this game's story, straight up, mainly because just in the same issue and bane of Black Ops Cold War Zombies, you as an operator have no impact on the story. There's no stakes, and you do not feel like you're making an impact, or there's any stakes in it, or there's anything, you have any involvement in the story going forward. You're more of so watching people interact. That was the biggest issue, and another big issue in Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies is you weren't speaking, you were not interacting in the story, you were not furthering the dialogue or the script or anything, or anything that was going on in the story. You were more so like I said, somebody's bitch as you watched and solve someone else's riddles, only to watch them in the end talking or anything, and for them the story was evolving and everything and impacting, but for you nothing was really happening. So I feel for Vanguard's story in the zombies mode at least and everything, it won't be that good, because essentially you're just handling somebody else's busy work. It's not fun to do that. You don't feel like you're contributing, there are any stakes on the line, because you personally don't care about your own character, because it's just an operator. They're not gonna fucking die. Here's the thing, if Vanguard and Cold War never had a story to follow and everything in the first place, and they didn't try to push us so hard that there's a story involved and there's lore. I probably wouldn't care because it just is kind of like, you know, just round-based maps going round and round or anything, no Easter egg, no story to, like, you know, follow up on or anything. I'd be perfectly fine with that. But the fact that they're having a story and everything that I'm not even involved in, it's just like, what the fuck is that? And what's even funnier is during the reveal of the, like, you know, zombies and everything, they're like, you know, whole like explanation live stream, the reveal live stream that Treyarch did, is the entire live stream they're explaining and giving us dumps of exposition, exposition dumps and everything of all the lore surrounding this game. You want to know why they did that? Probably because we're not gonna be able to figure that out in the fucking game for ourselves throughout character dialogue and, like, you know, cutscenes and everything where all of our characters are speaking. Like, that's why they explain all the lore and everything, so we're not gonna be able to get that from the fucking game. It's not even a show don't tell situation or anything. It's like, fine, if they want to tell us about the, like, you know, tiny bits about the story, fine, but I know for damn sure they told us all about the lore and the background of the story and everything and what we're fighting against, because we're not gonna be able to figure it out in the fucking game and everything, because we're just gonna be voiceless operators that are just fucking just, like, you know, on the sidelines watching as things happen in front of us. So I feel the story's gonna make it take a massive hit from that and everything, especially without any characters and everything. And with this being a prequel, we most likely won't see Samantha Maxis, we most likely won't see Richtoff, and we most likely won't see any of the characters that at least spoke in Cold War Zombies. So for me personally, I'm very scared for the return of operators and the story of, like, you know, Vanguard Zombies, and I feel it's gonna be complete garbage in my opinion. So as I mentioned, the good parts of, like, you know, Vanguard Zombies, the maps, there's also a bad part about the maps in Vanguard Zombies. And that's the fact that they take a lot, and I mean a lot, of assets from multiplayer, including entire multiplayer maps. Basically, as I could describe, like, you know, the other parts of, like, you know, the zombie map or anything that was revealed to us, and anything besides Shinonuma, is it's basically multiplayer maps, but darker and with fire. And I'm not gonna act like past really good zombies maps didn't use, like, you know, multiplayer assets, but that happened very, very few times and everything. It didn't happen a lot. And most of the time, Treyarch Studios and anything would create new, inventive and awesome looking maps and experiences for us to, like, you know, experience. But this year, it just seems like so far they're just taking multiplayer assets and just handing it to us. Well, and campaign assets and everything, but the map so far, besides Shinonuma, doesn't look all that good. Teleporters seem to be another thing returning from, like, you know, Black Ops Cold War Zombies, and I'm not too thrilled. Somebody revealed in a really good video and everything, basically describing that Cold War used teleporters as, like, you know, a thing for really lazy, like, you know, map design. Basically, so that they don't have to make the map actually connect. They could basically just have teleporters, so you don't have to actually put in the effort to actually design where the map connects, which in my opinion, I feel like will be another big flaw of the map design in Vanguard Zombies. Another thing is reused assets from Black Ops Cold War and everything, such as the mystery box and the pack-a-punch machine. A lot of it just looks like reused assets from, like, you know, Cold War Zombies, and not much of it looks really new or inventive or really all that cool. Like, the mystery box just looks like the mystery box and thing, which wouldn't be that bad if it didn't look straight out of Black Ops Cold War. And same thing with the pack-a-punch machine, just looks straight out of Black Ops Cold War, which I don't want them, like, you know, changing it too much, but it looks just like the, like, you know, machines and the boxes from Black Ops Cold War. Throughout the live stream, the devs gave off a really not so good vibe. Basically, they kept using the phrase or phrases that they want to cater to the long-time Zombies fans. So by doing that, they gave us operators and a ton of things that longtime fans were never a fan of, which is basically voiceless operators. That really put me off for anything when they basically kept pandering to us, saying we're giving you new experiences, but also giving you what the longtime fans love by basically spitting on our face and giving us voiceless operators and not a voiced crew, which just fucking sucks in my opinion, man, or anything. Like, damn them for honestly, like, you know, giving us hope, saying, like, and spitting in the face of longtime fans by saying we're giving what the longtime fans what they want or anything, but not giving us a voiced crew. It's like, come on, guys. franchise. And the last thing that I want to talk about is map or general zombie mode memorability. There's not a lot of aspects of this that makes it really stand out from something like Black Ops Cold War, Black Ops 4 Zombies, and nothing really looks unique or interesting or really cool. Like, for example, Mob of the Dead had the plane. You could build a plane, fly to a bridge to get pack-a-punch. That was memorable. I really liked that. Especially the gondola. Buried from Black Ops 2 had Leroy, where you could basically feed him booze and everything to break down barriers and anything to get you to new areas in the map. I will always remember those aspects of those old zombie games. But nothing from this trailer really spoke out to me as new and inventive, as the devs kept saying 1,000 times. So I don't feel like even after this zombies mode is finished, at least so far, there's nothing I'll really remember as being unique or cool, as like I said, the building the plane aspect from Mob of the Dead, or Leroy from Buried and everything, the interesting mechanic that was. But overall, was the Vanguard reveal for the zombies mode that bad? I would say yes, and all of that is because of the nameless, voiceless crews / operators. Mainly because after as Treyarch Studios has been building up the reputation for zombies, besides having good and memorable maps and everything, it's having a good ass story with some good ass characters and a good ass crew. But all of a sudden, they just dropped that with Cold War, and they seem to be doing the exact same thing with Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies, which is something that a lot of people do not like. Which, can I blame these people? Fuck no and or anything. So in my honest opinion, the map looks alright. The Shi no Numa aspect looks pretty cool, but the overall reused assets in multiplayer maps and everything from Cold War and this game's multiplayer is kind of blech. Nothing really stands out to me that much about this map and everything besides the interesting field upgrades of the entities and anything from different worlds, and the villain and the pretty cool trailer editing, and the special zombie seems pretty cool and everything. But besides all of that, the nameless operators really destroys credibility and reputation for Treyarch and this game's story so far. But yeah, that was my thoughts on the Call of Duty Vanguard Zombies reveal trailer and the live stream and everything. I'll make sure to link the trailer down below and the live stream down below so you guys go take a look at it for yourselves and everything. So make sure to leave your thoughts down below. How do you guys feel about another year of voiceless operators? What do you guys think of the map so far? Basically, what's your opinions on Vanguard Zombies so far? So yeah, that was all for today. Anything, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this and everything, because I do plan on making more videos on Vanguard, zombies and Vanguard multiplayer, since I've officially closed the doors on Cold War. Even though I do have a Cold War Zombies and campaign review in the works and everything, I'm pretty much closing the door on its multiplayer, honestly. I've deleted the game. I'm done with it. I hated it, and I'm done with it. So yeah, this has been the #1 James Lee here, signing out. But see you guys later, my amigos, and peace out.